obligated to help maintain local security. He slapped his own leg for forgetting and rode out to find the soldiers. That night, nobody in Moen Village dared open their doors. Xiaowan was too scared to sleep alone and crawled into bed with Shuang
St. John. Copeland to Deacon St. John. We got a job for you.
planning to move everyone to the mountain fortress
Hey,
of
Copeland.
Montezuma
Okay,
Mountains.
yeah, I'll stop by when I can. Deacon out.
I saw torchlight
Sorry,
vision
a little out of it.
and
What,
shoved
you said
all
something?
3 women into the cellar.
It's something Sarah showed me a few summers ago before.
The torches stopped at
Yeah,
me.
anyway, there's a plant that grows out here called lavender. It grows in the shade along rivers, lake shores. I'm gonna see if I can find some.
Minutes later, my house was lit up.
Shit, brother. The way my arm's feeling, I'll try anything, but fuck the lavender. Bring some
Joe sat across from me and explained. The magistrate had found him
I can smoke.
for help dealing with River.
Whatever, I'm gonna find some of this shit, I'm gonna make a burn sap out of it, and you're gonna shut the hell up about it.
The rest were arrested and
Yeah,
sent to the
okay.
magistrate. The
I'm
thing
sorry,
that told me
brother. Just
something was
don't
done.
stir crazy up here, you
Slaughtered
know.
all 6 of his unit forces
Don't worry,
and
Booze Man.
distributed the meat.
We're riding north, I swear to God, not too much
Military
longer.
forces was a
You hear me?
I told him.
Yeah, out.
He shrugged and said if someone had to take the blame, he'd carry it alone. His life hadn't amounted to much anyway. I went quiet. This empire was rotten from the inside. Court officials fighting each other while the people at the edges starved to death and ate each other. Different dynasty, same disease. Joe grinned at me and asked if I wanted to go see what the cannibals from Riverwood Village looked like up close. He said people who'd eaten human flesh looked different from normal. I waved him on. I'd seen enough from the hilltop to give me nightmares. He laughed that big laugh at us, grabbed my arm, and dragged me outside in front. Joe dragged me outside to look at the captured Riverwood villagers. They were kneeling in the snow.
Deke, how's it going?
He told a soldier
Had some
to
time
pick
on
up
my
the
hands?
pregnant woman,
Made you some shit?
the same one who led the mob.
Oh, Boozer, that's amazing. Yeah, I do need some. Deacon out. Mass grave. Why'd they bury this shit out here again? Oh, yeah, because they're assholes.
Something about her had fundamentally changed. I couldn't put my finger on it, but standing near her made my skin crawl. Joe asked what would happen to them. Who's AI? The first home search you can actually talk to. All you have to do is ask. Only on Homes.com. English absolutely agrees what they know about her with trade tools. It's not the same tool company we do. My name is Wes Harnell. I'm the senior vice president.
Oh yeah, they're in the fucking.
Changed. I couldn't put my finger on it, but standing near her made my skin crawl. Joe asked what would happen. He said under Dakey and Long, they should be executed, but they'd never make it to the capital for Trump. They die of on the way, and their head would fire. The Empire couldn't afford to let news of cannibalism reach the Empire. Officials in the capital were buried with scandals to protect themselves. Back inside, Shuang served hot soup. Joe took one sip and froze. He looked at me with sharp eyes and asked where the salt came from. It wasn't coarse salt. He could taste the difference immediately. Shuang innocently said I traded for it with a traveling merchant. Joe's face went dark. He pulled me to the back door. He told me refined salt was one of the most controlled substances in the empire, right up there with sugar. Only the imperial household controlled the production. Anyone caught making it privately would be beheaded along with their entire family. He said I was playing with fire while holding my own color. I admitted I'd made it myself because my women were getting sick of salt deficiency. He grabbed my arm and told me to rush back to the kitchen and dump more salt into the pot meant for his soldiers. If any of them tasted the difference and reported it, we were all dead. Then his serious face cracked into a grin. He asked me to pack him a small bag of the good stuff before he left. Said he'd just lick it now and then as a treat. I almost fell over laughing. Qinru was nearly in tears when I got to the kitchen. She'd realized her mistake and was already offering to take the blame if we got caught. I told her to stop talking nonsense, dump in the coarse salt, stir it up, and act natural. We got through dinner without anyone noticing.
Do I gotta fight the horde? I can't fight the horde. I don't got enough resources.
Some silver coins and a pouch of salt. He squeezed my hand.
I know I don't have enough
Marched on
resources.
through the snow. But then things took a turn I never saw coming. On the road, Joe's soldiers were complaining about having to escort the prisoners all the way to the place. They suggested killing them on the spot. Joe stopped walking. He stared toward Blackwing Ridge. His soldiers drew their weapons, sensing danger. An arrow came screaming out of the darkness and punched through the lead soldier's throat. The prisoners scattered into the night. 3 soldiers charged toward the shooter's position on the hillside. But Joe didn't follow. He He exchanged a look with two soldiers who stayed behind, and quietly walked in a different direction. Up on the slope, a lone figure, fast and agile, led the three pursuing soldiers deeper into the mountain. An experienced old soldier among them suddenly stopped and shouted for the others to halt. Something was wrong. Joe and the other two hadn't followed. They were isolated. Before the three could react, a storm of arrows rained down from multiple directions at once. Over a dozen shafts came from the darkness simultaneously. Brief sounds of steel clashing, a few screams, then silence. The snow kept falling, the wind kept howling, and whatever had just happened on that mountainside was swallowed by the wind. Next morning, the snow finally stopped. Shuai and Chin repacked my food and polished my back. They walked me to the gate and stood there watching until I disappeared. I knew what they were thinking. Just come home alone. On the way up, I couldn't shake the worry about Schleck. The River Ditch villagers had been tracking me up there. If they found the tunnel while I wasn't there, they could have stumbled right into the hiding place. 2 hours later, I reached the fortress. The cave was empty. Cold. No sign of her anywhere. General Schleck. Tell me, are you here? Nothing but echoes. No tracks. No evidence anyone had been there recently. With her fever and the blizzard, she couldn't have left on her own. Every alarm in my body went off at once. I reached for my back. Don't move. One twitch, and I put an arrow through your skull. A rough voice behind me. I froze. Hands up. I kept my voice calm. Told whoever it was we could talk this out. No need for weapons. He demanded to know how I found this place. I started to turn my head. An arrow slammed into the snow by my foot. He screamed at me not to look, but I'd already seen what I needed. The arrow was military grade, armor-piercing tip, and the shot had been off-center with weak penetration. Whoever this was had real weapons, but average skill. He accused me of being a border soldier hunting deserters. He was always but the guy's good. Telecasters are like the hard solo rocket one. Funny, all you're doing is creating stupidity. Have real weapons, but average skill. He accused me of being a border soldier hunting
Hey, Boozer.
his boatman creaked as he drew it tight. The instant before he released, I threw myself sideways, hit the ground rolling, and came up on one knee with my bow drawn. My
Come
arrow
on.
was in the air before he could do it. It
Fucker.
punched into his chest. He screamed and dropped. I already had the second arrow knocked, ready to finish him. I never hesitated with people trying to kill me. Ming-Yuan stopped. He's one of ours. Huahongyi came sprinting out of the tree line with several armed men behind her. She was still pale.
Deke, you
But her
there?
voice cut through the air.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
The man I shot was
We got
pushing.
hit, and hard. Rippers,
My
a
arrow
couple of
had
dozen,
punched
maybe
through his
more.
outer armor, but only
Goddamn
gone in
rippers.
2 inches. Not
That little gal you were so worried
lucky for
about?
him, I filed my
Yeah,
arrow
Lisa.
at his
Wait,
outer
hold on.
armor.
What happened? Where's Lisa?
Gone.
A
They took her and
blue-bearded
3
soldier
others.
behind Schleck.
Alki followed him as
I
far as he
recognized
could.
him as
But
one of
they're
the men
holed
who'd
up in
been with
Belknap
her
Crater.
in that village.
He came back to round up more men, but
Asked whether they should kill me. Huahongyi shut him down immediately. Said I'd saved her life, and without me, she'd be dead in that pit. I kept my bow half drawn, aimed at the group. I wasn't lowering it for anyone. I told her straight. The man had genuinely tried to kill me, and I'd done nothing to deserve it. Then I said what I'd been piecing together. They were the deserters the border was hunting. If they killed me, my brother Zhou Qiong would tear this mountain apart with the wind.
Deke,
The bearded
you there?
man screamed, saying
Yeah,
they
I'm here.
wanted
What's
to
up?
kill me.
Open it up.
we got hit, and hard. Rippers, a couple of dozen, maybe more.
Goddamn
Told them
rippers.
that this
That little gal you were so worried about?
Yeah, Lisa. Wait, hold on. What happened?
Deke. Good. Got something you might be interested in.
Yeah, don't bet.
Come on. Why does this fucking do that shit?
What's up? What's going on?
And she said something that hit me like a
Okay, then.
gun.
Okay,
What if I told you that Joe Schmidt, the man who trusted us, was actually one of mine? My whole body went cold. I told her to prove it. She sent the bearded man into the trees. A few minutes later, a familiar figure appeared in the distance, walking toward us through the snow. When I saw who it was, my heart sank all the way to the bottom. When I saw Zhou Qiong walk out of the
Boozer.
trees and stand next to Schleck,
Yeah, Deke.
I knew I was
Just
in trouble.
feeling a little
But
hot.
she was with them. Getting out of here alive just got a lot harder. Joe came over looking genuinely worried about me. He asked if I was okay. I
Look,
stayed behind
I'm
covered
on my
in
way
my
up to Separation Meadow.
Oh.
Hope says there's a ripper camp up there.
Driving me nuts.
Opened his
Rippers?
coat wide.
This far
He took a
north?
step forward.
Yeah,
Brother,
Boozer.
anything I
What the
say
hell's
right
going
now
on with
sounds
these
like
guys?
lies.
Alki
If
said the
you still
Rippers were
trust me,
looking for us,
come out,
that we had
and
a
I'll tell
price
you
on our
everything.
head.
If you don't,
What
hit
the
me right. I won't dodge.
hell?
My hands are
How's
sweating.
that possible? I
My
mean,
heart was pounding.
sure,
But I
I've,
thought
I've
about
killed my
everything
share of
we've
crazy
been through.
bastards, but I
The
never went out of my way.
the arrow and the ball.
Not
And
that I remember.
volunteering for the border to save me. Riding back,
Yeah,
just
that's
in
what I
time to
thought.
stop the mob. I lowered the
Rippers.
bow and stepped down.
Deacon out.
But trust me, she nearly collapsed with liberty. Slapped my shoulder hard, pulled me to the fire. Then I heard the whole story.
Okay, let's
A
see.
month ago,
What's
Schweck,
going on here?
Army's home,
There you
was
are.
branded Wando military, was destroyed in a political purge. The men were beheaded that same night. The women were sent to military brackets. Army was the last of the bloodline, branded and shipped off as a criminal woman. Her loyal soldiers broke her out and brought her here. Joe Chione was one of those loyal soldiers. He'd served in the Schweck family's third band. The powerful man who ruined his career and murdered his wife and daughter with the same political enemy who brought down the Schweck family. It was the Schweck family who secretly saved Joe's life and hidden him from Chione. When he talked about his dead wife and daughter, this Iron Man's eyes turned red, his voice cracked. The bearded soldier and the others dropped to their knees, shouting about overthrowing the corrupt emperor and marching him out. I sat there thinking, I'm a hunter who just wants a quiet life. Now I'm listening to treason. This is not something my ears should be hearing. Tony stayed calm. He said rebellion with 20 people was suicide. The empire was rotting from the inside and would collapse on its own nation. Regional warlords were already breaking out. The smart move was to wait, hide, and pick the right side of the fight. Then she turned to me, crouched down, and looked me in the eyes with a smile I'd never seen on her face before. Then you on. Let's make a deal. I crossed my arms over my chest.
What the fuck?
Let's make a deal. I crossed my arms over my chest. I'm a law-abiding citizen. She said she was just a helpless criminal woman. Maybe I should turn her into the magistrate and claim her as my own. She'd be registered as my wife, live in my house, play the obedient spouse, use it as cover while waiting for the right moment to pick her in. If she had children, they'd be mine. When she eventually found her path, she'd fake her death and disappear without causing me trouble. I jumped to my feet. Absolutely not. I had 2 wives already, and I was perfectly happy. She was a general's daughter, way above my station. The bearded man was outraged, pointing me in the face, asking how a lowborn hunter could possibly deserve their command. Tommy ignored me. She circled me slowly, then put her hand on my chest and smiled sweetly. Nothing like the cold warrior attitude. If you refuse, I'll have someone report to Magistrate Zhao that a hunter in Mount Village has been secretly refining salt in my blood veins. Salt production was a direct sentence for me and my entire family. They looked confused. She hadn't known she'd discovered my salt operation. I was trapped. She was willing to die. Her death meant nothing to me. But I wanted to live. And wanting to live was exactly the leverage.
Whatever.
She tilted her chin up. I'm not a
Can't
bad
find it.
I'll be a good
Whatever
guy.
it is I'm
I'll
supposed to be
take care
looking
of you
for.
properly. I looked around at her soldiers, every one of them staring at me like they wanted to rip me apart. But
Yeah, I see the left
She
feet.
started to walk away. Fine. If
Come
go tell the
through
chief
here.
and magistrate about the song. Wait. I grabbed her arm. If I'm going to die either way, I can afford one more life. She smiled like she wanted, then bowed to me firmly. Husband, from now on, Schweck only belongs to me. Please be patient with me if I fall short. As you please. She cornered me completely with the salt drink. I needed to make a point. So I stepped forward, grabbed her, and threw her over my shoulder, marching toward the back of the pit. The bearded man roared, demanding to know what I was doing. I stopped and looked back. This criminal woman is my wife now. I'm exercising my wedding night rights. Any objections? Look ready to explain. But Molly draped over my shoulder, just fine. Well then, let's see what my husband is capable of. The bearded soldier Duval was furious watching me carry Hongi into the back of the pit. He couldn't understand why his beloved general would lower herself to a fight. Joe sat by the fire and calmly explained to him that Hongi wasn't stupid. She'd chosen me because I was trustworthy, smart beyond my years, could refine. Salt better than the Imperial Salt Bureau, and could outshoot every soldier in their group. If I'd been born into a noble family, I'd already be someone important. Kuba had no answer to me. He just clenched his fists and swallowed his anger. What happened between Tawny and me in that cave? I'll keep private. I'll just say this. The woman who commanded armies and killed enemy soldiers on horseback turned out equally intense in my feelings. Afterwards, she lay in my arms, tracing her finger along my jaw, and asked if I'd ever thought about doing something good with my life to get out of here. I told her the truth. In chaos, you survive. In peace, you go.
That's it.
I was just a hunter who wanted to protect this small piece of ground and keep his women safe. Nothing more. She looked surprised.
Finally.
Like she was seeing me for the first time. She said my words had more depth than she expected. We came out dressed and presentable. He bossed off and holding my hand. It looked like his heart was breaking. To him, she had sacrificed her purity to a peasant just so the big open the temple for that. He was remembering the days when the noble family was hunted for her. Tommy told him to stop moping and go heat water for her bath. Joe handed her his flask of wine. Said he needed to head back to the border to report and before anyone got suspicious. He and Tommy discussed their cover story. For of the 6 soldiers he brought were genuine border troops, not Schwett-only loyal. Those 4 were now dead, killed last night during the ambush on the mountainside that I heard but not understood. Joe would report that they died fighting 16 deserters who barricaded themselves in a river ditch village house. He stated he burned the building down with the deserters. The charred corpses of the villagers already filled with tracks that the deserters were in. The border command wouldn't care about identifying burned bodies. They just wanted proof that deserters were punished for warning to others. Tommy reminded him to watch out for a powerful family called the Huayan Long clan at the border who'd be looking for reasons to make his life difficult. He nodded at that. Before going, Joe told me that the Schwett family were genuinely good people who'd been loved by Tommy's mother. He asked me to take care of Tommy because she found the right to do the fall. I was still standing in the fire across the street. Tommy pinched my side and snapped it out.
Finally.
I mumbled goodbye to Joe. Tommy invited me to bathe with him. Kuban nearly had a stroke. He heated that water for his general, not for him. What kind of indecency was a man and woman taking together? Tommy ignored me and looked at me, but I wasn't. My mind was somewhere else entirely. Not regret about getting tangled up with rebels. I was already past that. I was planning something. A blueprint was forming in my heart, bigger than anything I'd considered before. I stood up and walked over to the body, told him to take the men outside, all salt rocks back into the cave. He laughed in my face. Said just because I'd slept with his general didn't mean I could order him. He told me a wordless no. I shrugged. Fine. I'll go join my wife in the bath and mention that her soldiers just called me worthless. I'm sure she'll take that well. Kuba panicked instantly. He grabbed my arm, told me not to go in there, and practically sprinted outside shouting for his men to start moving rocks. Sometimes the simplest leverage works best. Kuba and his 16 men hauled several hundred pounds of salt rocks into the cave that afternoon. He thought I was just bossing him around.
I saw her day on.
But when Tommy came out, he stood right beside me, standing on rocks. I started to realize this wasn't
Follow the path!
Tommy asked if I was really going to do the salt rocks. I told him I think before, I planned to just make it. But now I needed a bigger idea. First, with her rebellion plan, I needed a money stashed away from the last The Dacian Empire was secure.
Why'd you fucking put it away?
Survive whatever came next. She looked depressed. She asked how plans were. I told her the black market never lacks buyers. It lacks protection. It is strong enough that salt
No, I'm gonna hurt you.
gold can sell itself. She nodded and said throughout history, whoever controlled grain, salt, sugar could raise armies with. The Dacian Empire itself had overthrown the previous dynasty exactly that way, by feeding starving refugees.
Son of a bitch! Here's your fucking path!
For her help. She understood immediately and turned to the bomb. They'd be crushing rocks, pointed out and fired.
What the
The ball
hell?
looked like he'd swallowed
Teach him.
the man hundreds of soldiers.
Not me.
Now he's being told to smash it off. But one look at him and shut his mouth. Proud as hell. With all his I grabbed my bag, took Tommy out.
Oh.
The salt deposit. Animals were plentiful. They came to lick the mineral-rich rocks. We spotted a road deer standing in front, just staring at us. Tommy asked why it wasn't moving. I explained that's why they're called silly road deer. They're so curious that even when they sense danger, they can't resist turning around to look at what's happening. Tommy jumped up and fired. Her arrow hit the deer in the belly. It aimed, but not a kill shot. It bolted. Before it got 6 meters, I put my arrow through its throat. It dropped. I told her that as a hunter's wife, she needed to learn that if the first shot doesn't kill, the prey runs into the house and will never find.
Fuck!
She crossed her arms, and there
Ugh.
3 more road deer had appeared.
Who's mad
on
at you,
the
Rick?
road.
Motherfuckers.
Boozer.
One of them was actually walking
Yeah,
toward
Deke.
us, curious about
Just
the man.
feeling a little
She
happy.
crept to about 150 paces and put an arrow clean through its throat. One shot, dead on the
Look,
spot.
I'm on
She
my
turned
way out
back
to
with a
Separation
smile.
Meadow. Cope says
Not
there's a
bad.
Ripper camp up there.
I walked over,
Rippers?
reached up,
This
and
far
ruffled
north?
her hair. That's my
Yeah,
hunter's wife.
Boozer. What the hell's going on with these guys? Alki said the Rippers were looking for us, that we had a price on our head.
What the hell?
Takes a corner?
How's that possible? I mean, sure, I've killed my share of crazy bastards, but I never went out of my way.
That's my hunter's
Not that I remember.
quick learning. Brooks. She said nobody
that's
had
what I
touched
thought.
her head like that since her back. Her
Rippers.
eyes went soft.
Deacon out.
She stared at me for a long moment. What? I asked. She bit her lip, looking shy for the first time since I met her. Don't talk. Just keep doing that for a minute. I looked around the empty, snowy wilderness. Right here, in this cold, and I started taking off my clothes. She grabbed my waistband in a panic. What are you doing? You said you wanted. I said, pat my head. What is wrong with you? Yvonne nearly lost his mind. Tommy and I walked back into the cave, each carrying a fat road deer. His men had been sitting there for 2 days without touching anything. Tommy pointed at me and asked if they still thought I was useless. Nobody had an answer. The smell of roasted meat washed away whatever grudges were. When they tasted the venison with my refined salt, Yvonne actually started crying. He wiped his eyes and walked over to me with a formal bow. Called me son-in-law for the first time. Said he'd been blind and arrogant, and from now on, whatever I needed, he and his brothers were. I accepted gracefully. I wasn't the grudge-holding type. Honestly, I needed these 16 minutes. Once the salt operation scaled up, I needed muscle for protection when dealing with the black man. The real problem was heading home. How was I going to explain Shuai to Shuai and Shin? Tommy volunteered to handle it herself. Said women talk to women. I was skeptical, but let her take it. That I did. She walked into my yard and
Made you miss, yeah!
standing there like she Shuai and Shin. All 3 women had come to arrest me for the assault. Shuai dropped
Goddamn
her
Rippers.
find that I was
Ripper son of a bitch! Here's your fucking path!
giving me in marriage. Jean rejoined her on the fence. Tommy looked confused. This wasn't going according to plan at all. She turned toward the gate and called out, "Husband, I think I overdid it. You'd better come handle this." The word husband hit my women like lightning. They whipped around and saw me shuffling through the gate with a road deer on my shoulder, scratching my head with a sheepish grin. So we're adding one more sister to the family. Not our blood. Total size. Years of eyes. 6-foot warriors like this. After about 15 minutes of active explanation, she started pressing. Get to cover! Offering her one step. They were still terrified of her. But trying. She was a real general. Still with me. Her in the house was adopted. Tommy played it perfect. He said she was just a criminal.
Why you up here?
Thankful that she
Found me.
I heard.
older than she was, and younger than she. She took their hands and clasped them. At bedtime, she wanted to dress that she was
Goddamn Ripper!
so hard, and I could have been dead. She gave Jean a beautiful death. More women, more chances. They grabbed Xiao, disappeared before Tommy could have checked. Funny him. After what I told her in the playback, I could barely watch. She started making excuses about sleeping inside. Too late. The door was already shut. I picked her up.
Fucking ridiculous.
I kissed her before she could finish the sentence. She fought back for about 3 seconds, then gave up. Outside, the winter wind shook the bare tree branches all night long. Next morning,
Come on.
Everything our star substitute me, substitute piece today. Find it all.
How many of these guys are there?
the winter wind shook the bare tree branches all night long. Next morning, Tommy was already up practicing with her saber in the snow again. The blade moved so fast it picked up clouds of snow. Behind the door cracked. Jean grew. Xiaowan watched with their mouths unfilled. They'd never seen a woman like this. A warrior who could kill men on a battlefield. Xiaowan's eyes were shining. I think she was imagining herself in armor. I butchered the remaining road deer, told the women to follow Harmony around the village, distributing meat to every household. Same strategy as before. Two, like this, Harmony backed me up without me.
What ammo
She
left?
told the women that after what happened, the village was finished. People said it was the only way to escape them. Xiaowan counted about giving away food. But Tommy pushed her with that general stare.
Ah, fuckers.